Hello, Boozeketeers. Tiki King here. It's Tuesday night. And that means we're here at the Indianapolis 500 Speedway for Cocktales and Tiki King. That's right. I was looking at my phone, looking at the Google Maps because we've been traveling. We've done like 800-mile loop out through primarily the desert, where there was not a lot of ice. So we had to improvise. But yeah, we found ourselves, boy, everywhere. And looking at rusted metal and find ourselves at some points hundreds of feet under the ground. But here we are. Here we are. Tuesday night, episode 113. And of course now is when it's like been quiet.
Now we're talking.
Suddenly, yeah, they start the race. So what are we doing tonight? What are we doing? Yeah, well, it's a travel show. That's right. It's the summertime nog log. That's right. We're going to talk about traveling drinks, traveling cocktails. Which I'm excited because we're going to try something tonight that I've never tried, and then we're going to try something that I have tried, but not this kind in particular, not this particular one, I should say. Look at the camera. Maggie's producer Maggie is here holding the phone. That's right. My hat was not on fire. She won't be commenting tonight because she's actually holding the phone, doing the filming portion. Sorry, she is operating the extensive camera rig, which we bring with us everywhere we go. She's back there behind all those lenses and film canisters, making sure that this whole thing runs smoothly. Not a hitch. Anyways, but I digress. So we're here to talk about some traveling drinking. And now, we did a show a while back about boozing it up in hotel rooms, and we've actually boozed it up from hotel rooms from time to time. And I've made I made whiskey sours and I made daiquiris, all using just a bunch of stuff that I happen to have in my baggage and hotel condiments. Some of you might be familiar with the bag.
Talk louder.
Some of you might be familiar with the bag. That's right. This is usually in my I don't know what you call it, my purse. But it's filled with miniature bottles of boozes. It's got powdered lime. There's like tapatio, horseradish, with some Tabasco. There's all kinds of condiments in there. So this is the one that comes out generally on the road, not while driving, obviously. But this is the one that comes out when it's time to stop and have a cocktail. But the thing is, without a mixer, if you're depending on where you are, that can be hard to come by. Because this is just, like I said, the booze, which I'm not opposed to just pouring some of this in a hotel cup over some ice, or even just chugging it out of the bottle. But in these modern times, there's been progress made, so we don't have to suffer in silence anymore. So tonight, what we're going to try is I went down and picked up some Valley High Tropical Tiki Rum Mai-Tai, made by Cutwater Spirits. And I should say I am neither endorsed nor liked by, well, I don't know, that might, who knows. But they don't. I'm not. They don't sponsor me. I'm not paid to endorse them. We're just going to try out their stuff because you know what? I like to. But so Cutwater Spirits makes a whole bunch of different canned drinks, and I know a lot of people are like, can't drink what? Come on now, come on. But here's the thing. So this is these ones come in. These are 12.5%, which is pretty decent. I mean, if you make yourself a nice strong highball, it's going to be obviously a bit higher than that. But as far as something that you're just going to pour out of the can, 12% is not bad. That's it's going to do okay. But so anyway, we're going to try these. Let's see. It's an unboxing. The Cutwater Mai-Tai comes in a square container made of cardboard. It has a hole in the top for putting your thumb in. I don't know why. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's see what happens. So we're going to open this up like that. They come in these nice big cans here. So, let's read the directions. Does it have directions? Are you supposed to just chug it? Shotgun it? Ready to enjoy cocktail. Okay, so it is ready to enjoy. So we're going to try it straight out of the can and see what happens, and then try pouring it over some ice. See what the whole result is. We have a panel of experts. Boozeketeer Amy is here. And producer Maggie. Not so much got
Oh,
two.
I got that one for me.
Oh, you want this one?
Too late.
It's okay. No, we can switch. There you go, Dad. There you go. She's going with the Frankie's mug.
It's easier for me to hold in my left hand.
Drunken zombie head from Trader Sam's and that's the hippopotamus Mai-Tai.
So Amy has the
Amy.
hippopotamus Mai-Tai.
So we're gonna enjoy it straight out of the can and see what's happening.
This isn't straight out of the can. This is.
That's right. It says enjoy straight out of the can, but I went to the can earlier, so I don't know. You know. That's not bad. I think the ice though. I think ice is gonna water it down a bit, but I think it might be more refreshing. But you throw a couple of these in your fridge in the hotel room. You know, I would say this is that would work. Now, obviously, not a Trader Vic's Mai-Tai. Like I said, it comes in quite a bit under, but as far as taste-wise, it's good. It's what I would consider to be probably an island-style Mai-Tai. It's got a pretty high fruit profile, but I can feel it. And you can feel the booze. So, which is, I would say, pretty impressive for a drink straight out of a can. You know, if you can get that, that thing going on. And so, Cutwater Spirits canned cocktails. They make a whole bunch of different ones. The first one I ever tried, we were out with Boozeketeers, Karen and Xander, way up in the hills somewhere up in. There's kind of bodies over there. Way up in the hills of Sacramento or somewhere. Amador. Is it in Amador? Where the campground?
Yes.
Yeah. So Boozeketeer, Karen and Xander came. They sallied forth to our rescue with Cutwater gin and tonics. And they squeezed a little fresh lime into them. They augmented them slightly, poured them over ice. But I would say those worked well. We had a good time doing that. We had such a good time that on the way out he said, "You're going to need this," and he handed me another Cutwater Spirits Bloody Mary in a can. And I chugged that one down in the morning, and I was pleased with the results, as I said. But they do make a whole bunch of others because of the fact that I liked both the gin and tonic and the Bloody Mary.
The neighbor decides to use some power tools right now. Just go ahead.
Sorry, he just
It's just funny.
Just held up the skill saw and pointed at me. I don't know what this was. We'll get back to that in a minute. So on the basis of trying the gin and tonics and the Bloody Marys, I picked up a batch of it was a whiskey highball, and sad to say, they were on sale, and I bought all the ones that they had and drank them, and put on sale. But they were good too. They were a pretty standard highball, like I said, whiskey and it was whiskey and soda water. It was a little hint of lime and just a tad of probably simple syrup because it had a little bit of a sweet note to it, but I would say, as far as a highball goes, it was good. I drank them all, which I know people should say, yeah, that's not really saying anything. Yeah. So that's, I would say, straight out the can. Sorry. Enjoying these straight out of the can. I wait till you get to the table, but no, not bad. But I think I'll give it a try with some of the guys. See where we go from there. I don't know if you guys were as thirsty as I was.
Yeah, mine's brewed.
Suck mine down. Because see, this is we're gonna do late and icing. Are you ready for the second round? So we have the what is it? As the serving or as how do they have that on packages where it's like the calories where it's like
Per serving.
Straight out of the package or as served.
Yeah.
You know, there's that sort of.
That seems pretty strong.
Yeah, I tell you, 12% sounds really low.
But no.
But you figure a high strength beer is going to be coming in at like 9%. And wine, you figure wine is.
You should be here, CJ.
I figure a glass of wine is going to be anywhere between 8 and probably 12%. So strong, at least the strongest glass of wine, I would say. There you go.
Oh yeah, a lot. I like it a lot better over ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably will too.
Good, he's getting there. Alrighty, so here it is. Over ice. Yes. Oh, it does say ready to drink, to enjoy. My recommendation: pour it over some ice. It's gonna water down just slightly. But the added, unless you stick these, if you stuck these in the freezer for a good period of time before you drank them, I think it would add a lot. Having them really cold, I think bumps up the enjoyment level, as it were.
Yeah, these were kind of not cold yet when we started.
Well, so we didn't. It's not an accurate test. We didn't use proper science. So, so there we go. Cutwater Spirits, Mai-Tais. Yeah, like I said, it is not the Trader Vic's 1944 formula Mai-Tai. Not at all. Is it good? What?
Nothing.
Sorry. Was I
Just
goading?
requests.
Oh, okay. But as far as a beverage, like I said, sticklers are going to say that's not a Mai-Tai because it's not a Mai-Tai. But as far as a Mai-Tai beverage, as far as a good tropical drink, as far as something that you're going to take right here, sort of chilled, you know, I'm going to say this is a far better bet than say a wine cooler, for if you're a tropical drink aficionado.
So let me just show people something that's going on here. So, do you mind?
No.
So, we are in our Anaheim place with Amy. This is Amy's place, in which we also have a room. And you see, there's a road.
Well, it's not paradise anymore.
There's a road right here. So it's a main kind of a road.
They thought we were like in this
So,
paradise.
well, I mean, it's not technically a freeway overpass that we're near. It's just a road.
It's not asking if we're near a freeway overpass.
Danny.
Oh.
So that's what's going on here. Sorry it's so loud. It's just, you know, it's nice back here. Look at all these nice flowers and like torches and stuff.
Torches, flaming,
Yeah.
flowers.
And we're sitting back here. There's Amy again.
So like I said, so we were out traveling through the desert, and that's the thing is that, you know, just because you're bound to the road doesn't mean you have to suffer. Like I said, you don't stop the suffering. People out there drinking warm booze for no reason. Well, I drink warm booze with good reason. But you know, that's the thing is that you don't have to you don't have to be like me and travel with 6 gallons of bourbon and high-proof rum in the car. You don't have to do that. You can. Works for me. But sometimes, like I said, you find yourself in these situations where I would say that maybe having one of these down there nestled with the spare tire, or when you get to a hotel and there's nothing else around. If you're out, say, in the middle of Nevada, and all there is clowns and cemeteries, having a nice cocktail to enjoy may get you through that time of need. And I mean the time that you need booze.
Because that's true.
It is true.
It happened.
And that's the thing. I'm like I said, I'm pretty happy with. I can mix up. I got some. I think we talked about this before. True Lime.
Valley High is open.
It is.
Chad said, "Come down. I'll buy you guys a drink."
Why am I doing this? Why aren't we on our way to Valley High? we can do that in the next day or two.
Yeah,
Down there in the ESD.
that's right.
We can make a road trip. We go down to Valley High.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Have a few with Boozeketeer Chad. Boozeketeer Chad goes way.
Then we
back.
can go surfing.
Yeah, he can take us surfing.
Yeah.
He could. So this will be.
Somebody's asking about clowns and cemeteries.
They go together like milk and bananas.
So you may or may not want to explain
I don't know.
that situation.
So we were so part of our travels took us out to what was that?
Tonopah.
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 So we were out there in Tonopah, and we did not trespass, nor did we, go places we weren't supposed to go. But one of the things that's out there in Tonopah is the Clown Motel. It's a beautiful thing. It's happy. There's the lovely prancing clowns all about. And you have, if you put one of those cattle catchers on your car, you can get rid of them. But one of the things is there's the Clown Motel, which is presided over by Jolly, which I found out. I didn't know. Jolly
the clown.
Jolly is the clown ringleader there. But Clown Motel.
There's no actual clowns.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, we didn't see any actual clowns.
No. I heard every now and then I'd hear, but it was kind of off in the distance. It was one of those like, what was that? And he's like, mind your own business. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But we didn't. But we did. But so there's Clown Motel, and then right next to it is the Tonopah Cemetery, which is filled with mostly people who died in horrific burning accidents in mines, or killed themselves. Which is, I don't know, which one's lighter. Which one's better to put on your resume? I don't know, as a goal. No, there was. The one that we're not sure, because they used to say that people said
0.00001% of clowns were serial killers. Just saying.
Well,
that we know of.
That gives us something to strive for. We can up that ratio. That's right. It's up to you and I to make sure that we can get up to at least 0.2%. But that's right. I'm willing to donate a nickel for every mile.
There were vacancies.
There were.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was so they had a museum. I went into the museum and bought some postcards and a couple of stickers and stuff. And there was a fine gentleman there who kept telling me to rent a room, and I told him I didn't want one, and he said I should rent one anyway. And I said that we were leaving town that day, and he said that didn't matter, that I should get my wallet out. But I'm kidding. He was very nice. He said, "No, you should stay. We'll have fun. Come on. I got shoes, But we didn't stay there, but we did go and.
Didn't your mom go to clown school?
My mom did go to clown school.
Okay.
She graduated from clown college. She did. It was in her obituary. I'm not kidding. It upset some people.
It upset half of your viewers right now, probably.
That's okay. She's not the one who taught me to kill, so you don't have to worry about that. But no, my mom was she was her clown gang, her clown group. I don't know what they call them, clown posse. They were not insane, but they were. I can digress. If you want me to digress, I can digress because I got a whole.
No, it's okay.
I got stories. I got stories about the clown college graduation because I witnessed it. But it was things that I was like, wow, because some of those clowns, they were funny on the inside, I think. But I'm a bleeding on the inside kind of clown. But they say two is not enough. Especially since I figure this is actually only if we're only having one, right?
Well, you divided the first one into 3.
Yeah, and then the second one into 3.
Right, so that's third. That's thirds.
Right. So we're only having one each right now. I'm not, I'm like, oh. Are you guys ready for refills?
Just top it off there.
That's right. I'm preaching the good word here, as it were. And we only have one more of these before we have to move on to something else.
Whoa.
Yes.
Aaron, are you selling PDFs? We can put a link in here if you are.
Selling PDFs. Hey man, I don't get into the hard stuff, okay? I did some JPEGs in college, but that's pretty much where I draw the line. I'll do a TIFF now and then. But, yeah. So, anyways, all clowns aside, stay with it. We saw the clowns. We counted the dead. We went on our merry way. But one of the things, like I said, we did since we were out there. We
The gospel through Christian clowning, Aaron.
What you call it? No one. I mean, we went through Death Valley.
Myself.
And we contemplated if Death Valley, right? Why they call it that? Because you die when you go there. But we thought, here we go. We've got. We had beverage. We had beverage, and sometimes. Booze will get you through times of broken down cars way better than a broken down car will get you through times of no booze. So we were prepared. We were prepared for most eventualities. But we went out. We traversed probably 800 miles.
At least.
800 miles, at least, or 1,000.
Probably.
It's almost time for our oil change again. We got one right before we left. But the one thing, like I said,
The word oil doesn't have an R in the middle of it.
Oral. It's time for some more oral. Time for oral change. I'll get some tars. I have a point to all of that, but not anymore. It's just.
We didn't die. We didn't die.
No, we didn't. That's the thing.
That's the point.
We're not ghosts.
No.
That we know of. We did. Should I tell the tale?
Yes. Go ahead.
We're only on the third. We should probably do that last one, then launch into it.
Well, you might forget.
Me? Really? What? Like you mean ramble on until I've completely lost track of the point that I was going to make? How often does that happen? Yeah. So most every day. All right, well, how about this? While I serve up the last one.
Last one?
Yeah, there's just one left in there. It's long.
Oh, geez.
It's sad.
You're going to make us all drunk.
You guys were drunks before.
I mean, that's the point. I'm not saying I don't want it.
No.
I'm just saying.
No, it's only, you figure we've only had one, really. So, having the fourth one between the three of us, I understand that on the IRS charts, that would be considered appreciation. But.
Oops, wait, hang on.
Are we done with shoulder?
No.
Are you need?
I'm still good.
Still good? Okay.
I'm still good.
Well, we'll set this
You have
aside
hers.
for time for when you
Okay.
for your time of need. Over there. There we go.
But I think you should start up on the next one. Set that aside.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Oh,
Drink it down.
no? Should I do the next thing?
Nope,
we're doing?
drink it down.
Well, no, because there's other stuff I was going to talk about whilst drinking this.
Go ahead.
Whilst.
Drink it.
We love that word. Whilst. So whilst I drink this, we'll talk about what I was going to do whilst. Whilst. All right, well,
It's not actually a zombie, though, so...
Zombie? No. Oh, because in the Shrunken Zombie head.
It's in the zombie cup.
I know. We just thought this was more fun than just a plain glass cup.
That's right,
Because
Frankie's.
Here's the deal. These are ceramic, and you know what glass is? Glass is made from the chitinous remains of dead bugs. Okay? So you have a choice. And I'm telling you right now, you need to make it wisely. You can support the arts. Ceramics, it's an art. Or you can eat dead bugs. Okay? I think that's easy. But, so, moving right along. So, going on with this whole thing of stuff, one of the things you can do if you're carrying your
You're not
bag-
telling the tale of the ghosts?
Oh yeah, should I?
I don't know.
I don't know. I might digress.
Well, you forgot.
Okay,
like I
then I'm
said.
gonna continue-
Digress, for
So I'm going
sure.
to continue drinking this while I tell it. So,
Mm-hmm.
so whilst we were here, see, I get to use that word again.
Mm-hmm.
We were cruising about the place because we were looking for a suitable area. Because Wicked Tinkers, we haven't done any gigs in ages. It's been like 2 months now. Just it seems like forever. It's like we didn't exist at this point. But so we're thinking about trying to find a place that we can get together and stay 6 feet apart, and because we figure 3 feet we can still hand a flask. Right? Doesn't say you can't drink out of the same flask. So we're looking for a place that we can maybe film a live concert, and then once it's filmed, we'll stream it to you guys. But we won't tell you when.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll just keep it for ourselves. Yeah. You know why? Anyway, so we were out gallivanting, and whilst gallivanting, we decided to go to Forest Lawn because there's more dead people there than
Forest Lawn, Glendale.
Forest Lawn, Glendale. That's right. Home of the stars.
Some of them.
Some of them, yeah. There's not all of them are there.
Not the good ones.
We didn't go see Cliff Edward, which is good because I didn't bring my ukulele. So that would have been tragic. Next time though, we'll see Cliff Edward and we'll go see Bela Lugosi because we're pals. We hang out. Hey, he sends me cards. Says, hey, what's up? Stuff. But so there we are at Forest Lawn, minding our own business.
Holy crap.
Um,
The kids are here.
And so we went and we went and paid our respects to Walt because Walt's buried out there, and Walter is Disney, not D. Walt, who makes tools. They're different guys. But we went out to see Walt's grave and said hello to Walt and his wife and people and stuff out there. But then we decided to go around the corner. And then after that, we would decide to go in the mausoleum. So the mausoleum is big. It's big place. It's full of dead guys, all stacked like cordwood. But you can't see it because they put marble over it because apparently it's off-putting to see them just stacked up in there. So we went in, and one of the things. So part of the thing is that they have these enormous stained glass windows of the presidents, not the precedents.
Well,
Presidents.
there's one of.
There's one. It's not really the president. It's a.
There's one of George Washington. There's the Betsy Ross
There's Washington.
window.
Who else?
One other guy.
Lincoln. So we're wandering around there, and one of the things never mind. But so we went to one of the. Well, let's say they all smell like formaldehyde, which is like you go in, it's like formaldehyde, but which I think might be off-putting to some people, but I don't care. So reminds me of my days working in the Mai-Tai factory, which never happened. But so we went in the mausoleum.
Can't even smell it in the hearse at all.
I know the hearse barely smells like death. It's one of you can sit outside of In-N-Out Burger, eating your food, and it barely smells like formaldehyde. Barely.
Right.
People do stare at you, but that's their problem. So Lincoln. So there we were admiring our 14th, was it 14th president? Lincoln? Yeah, 14th president. Abraham Hamlin.
Maths.
In his entirety. So big stained glass window, and we're looking, we're like, Lincoln, wow, and producer Maggie said, it's awesome that Lincoln is so close to Walt, in proximity, which is how they measure distance. Right. And because of the whole thing of he invented the robot Lincoln, which spawned the initial army, which became...
No, we're in the Anaheim backyard. We're not in the hearse.
No, not right. Yes, we're currently in our tropical hearse. Illuminated only by the light of the rectory to their side.
No, because we had to four-wheel it up into some caves and stuff. So we did not take the hearse on this trip.
We wanted to, though. We did want to. But yeah, there were places we would definitely not have gotten into, nor gotten out of, had we gotten into it.
Right.
But anyway, so there we were looking at the non-robotic stained glass version of Lincoln.
Right.
And producer Maggie said, "No, that's nice because Walt was a big fan of Lincoln." So here's the thing. So we decide to leave. What? It's not the thing.
Nothing.
Oh.
It is.
Okay. So we decide to leave, right?
That's the thing.
And we're walking out, and we get to the door, and it's got that automatic door opener thing, Doors open slowly, and you walk out, and then the doors close, right? Well, here's the thing. They don't have those. Yeah. We walk up, and the door opens, and I'm like, that's weird. I don't see any sort of sensors anywhere. I'm thinking this. I'm like, huh. And we walk out, and the door closes, and saying the producer Maggie goes, that's weird because these are not automatic doors. And I'm like, okay. And we stood there, and I would have like, nothing. Yeah, other people came and went, had to open the door, close the door. Yeah.
And I've been in that building at least 100 times.
Yeah.
It never had an automatic door opener before.
And it doesn't.
Super weird.
It does not.
It was weird.
And the weird thing is, so I'm like going, it was the wind. It was the wind. And we're standing there, and there's gusts of wind, and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, here's the part is, so that we get up there, like I said, the door opens, and I was like, that's weird. I don't see any sort of sensors, and it was just open. And we walked out, and it closed. And yeah, and then we're like, oh, that's weird. And I started thinking, I'm like, that's weird because the people who left before us, I watched them push the door open and pull the door closed. It's
Aaron, goddammit.
It's this huge door.
What did Aaron say?
He said it was him.
Like figures, you gotta watch out, Aaron. But I believe that because he attracts ghosts. I've had some of my most ghostly experiences were with Aaron.
We need to take Aaron over there with us.
We should see what happens. He'll just giggle and hide behind graves. And then it'll turn out it's not him. The part that always gets me in the end. So that's about it. Good night, Boozeketeer. No.
It was
now
weird.
I don't know where to go from there. That's like
Next drink.
Now we have to just stand here and just stare.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Well, then I went into the toilet, which
right.
is just to the right of that door if you're facing the door, and I went in there and I peed. And then whilst I was in there,
Not just when you walked in the door.
no, but whilst I was there, you were watching
See,
very
yeah.
carefully to see if
Yeah.
there was some kind
I
of
was just
wind
standing out there
tunnel.
going, what's going on? And
Yeah.
there was a lot of wind, and the doors would move, like shake a little bit, because there was a lot of wind. But
Yeah.
it was I have to say, Cutwater Spirits Mai-Tai. They'll make you talk about peeing.
What do you mean?
I would have to say that's
I
an
wouldn't talk
endorsement.
about that. I wouldn't talk about that otherwise.
Would you?
Are you saying that I wouldn't?
I'm not saying that you would. I'm saying that you did.
I think I would.
You might. You might, Robert. You might.
Well, see, I have
We're
to
not
have
hiding
to
this
talk
movie.
this because I can't
Oh, that's
type
right.
anything because I'm
So-
holding.
Yeah, so producer Maggie is forced to hold the phone staring at me.
It was pretty kinky.
It was. I
Anyway,
don't
go
know what
ahead.
you're talking about.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we have to Cutwater Spirits. You'll talk about ghosts and pee after only one. I think that'd be a good endorsement.
Yeah.
You know why?
I've tried to get him to, but he's not interested.
You know why? Because you can enjoy it straight out of the can. What am I not interested in?
Watching me pee, if you must know.
Oh. Wow, see, now we're going to put a child advisory before this. Well, actually, maybe not. Kids pee, don't they? Man,
Well,
the younger they are, the more they pee. That's the thing.
I didn't put the
Well, all right, darn, what, is
Tiki
my
King is live on Wicked Tinkers this time, so I think it's okay.
Is my audience drunk?
I hope so.
No. One can only hope. But anyway, so, but that's not what I came here to talk about. Maybe. Because there's other things up here on the table.
Well, but okay.
What?
Did you
No.
finish your drink?
Yeah, I drank it down.
Next drink.
Next drink?
Yeah, down there.
Well, I was going to talk about other stuff and then make the drink.
Okay.
Okay, so if you find yourself without looking for yourself, then you know it's you who's been watching you. No, if you're a traveler, as I am, and you have to carry a big bag full of tiny booze, as I do, you might find yourself at some point saying, you know, just mixing it with the true lime and the sugar from the coffee packets at the hotel, it's just not cutting it. And you might make that, you might be angry, like super, like you've checked in, but you saved it. You saved it until you got in the room, and then then mayhem. But here's the thing. So there's a company called Zing Zang, and they make a bunch of different stuff. I just happen to be holding a can of Zing Zang all natural pina colada mix. Huh? Yeah. They also make a very fine Zing Zang Bloody Mary mix. And both these mixers, fine stuff. But so one of these, you take one of these and you mix. It's an 8-ounce can, and you pour this 4 ounces over ice with an ounce of booze. 50 milliliters, where I come from. But so if you have some miniatures and a can of this will make you 2 fairly decent cocktails in an emergency. When you're, sitting on the roof of an abandoned building and you don't want to climb down because the rafters seem all rotted, and you only got up there because it seemed like an iron ladder, but actually after you climbed it turned out that the cross beams were actually made of some kind of weird dowels, and now you're afraid to climb down in your sober state. Bring 2 and 4 miniatures. That's all I'm saying. So,
Blue is inside, by the way.
someone's asking. Well, okay. So anyway, like I said, I'm not sponsored by nor endorsed by this company, but the Zing Zang, they make a bunch of different stuff. They make pina colada mix, they make strawberry daiquiri mix, they make margarita mix, they make this here, like I said, fine Bloody Mary mix. And I will tell you that this is one of my favorite straight out Bloody Mary mixes. If you can't make it yourself, it's not a critique, but my preference is that I would like a little bit of horseradish.
Hola, Peru.
Hola, Peru. Yes. Is it this stuff? Luckily, there it is. I happen to carry horseradish in my kit bag.
I don't think we can see
I'm
it.
good
Oh
to
yeah,
go.
wait. It's the purple thing.
Yeah, the purple thing. But as far as a straight off the shelf Bloody Mary mix, this stuff is good. It's got it's nice and tangy. It's got a good lime profile to it. If your Bloody Mary is in a hotel cup with just vodka and this, you're not going to be disappointed. And maybe you don't have a pickle. Maybe. That doesn't really matter if you've had enough of these. You'll be like, I don't need a pickle. Fine. Anyway, yeah. So this is.
Yes,
like
in
I
a
said,
can. If you're traveling, this is about traveling.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm at my home bar where I got all my stuff? No, sir. No, sir. Thank you. I said good day.
Are we done?
No. So those two. So the Zing Zang mixers. Like I said, once again, it's not a craft cocktail, man. You're in the hotel room and you need to booze it up. Yeah, you can drink just straight shots out of the hotel paper cup. But if you pass out, what's going to happen? It's going to melt on the nightstand. Okay. But with these, hey, you're going to party it up. Zing Zang style. Zing Zang, baby. Zing Zang. We named it that for a reason. So moving right along. So then we have this right here, which we picked up a 4-pack of these and drank most of them, except this one. So this is Kahlua brand White Russian, and this is straight up once again.
You know how I feel about the White Russian.
Oh yes, we do. This is a good one. Also, you can drink this straight.
I love my
You can
Russians.
chill it, really. You can just drink this straight out of the bottle warm, and it will get you somewhere. I'm not, it's kind of like, yeah. There's craft cocktails, and then there's stuff that it's like the difference between flying somewhere or taking the bus, or just maybe getting on a bus that you don't know where it's going. You're gonna go somewhere. But the Kahlua brand White Russian, not bad. We drank a couple of these in the hotel, and over ice, made a decent White Russian. I could have bumped it up with vodka in the bag, but we didn't need to. It was all right. It was serviceable. So. Once again, if space is an issue for some reason,
I like all the Russians.
Yeah, like if you're gonna throw one thing in your bag, you have to have this and the booze. This is the booze in it. So,
Moscow Mule, yes, I like that too.
yeah, Moscow Mule. Actually,
That's
Cutwater
Russian.
Spirits.
I like all the Russians.
Cutwater Spirits makes a Moscow Mule ready to drink. Weighs in at I believe 11%, and it's decent. It's made with vodka and Cutwater. So Cutwater Spirits. Once again, they don't no affiliation, and they're probably glad about that. Have they found us?
They're coming.
Yeah. Did we already drink that one? God damn it. Cutwater Spirits makes a whole bunch of stuff. They also make their own line of boozes. You can get Cutwater Spirits vodka, Cutwater Spirits rum. They have a whole bunch of different stuff. And now I had a point, but now I don't.
So how much was the 4-pack?
Okay, so the 4-pack was $12.
Worth it.
Talking $3 a drink.
Worth it.
Which is, as far as if you're making something yourself. That what? Or should I drink that?
More.
Oh yeah. Oh God, what? As far as if you're making a drink yourself, $3 might be a hefty price tag, but when you're out and about, you figure this is the equivalent of at least a $5 drink in any motel bar.
At least.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a $5 drink in a motel bar?
Trust me, I usually get most of my drinks for free in motel bars.
Well, I mean, if you're paying for them.
If you're paying for them, yes. Yeah, Boozeketeer CJ, he's like, God damn, Tiki. It's always like this fucking bartender's like, here, you can have this. No. Yes. Yes. No. Right. So clocking it at $3 a drink, I'm gonna say, oh, actually, it was $12.99. It's a fourth of 99. Correct. So
Doesn't
that's
matter.
24, 24.25%. Cocktails at Tiki King, mathematician time, right there. So my fans want math. I know how they are. I think it's math, M-E-T-H, math. So clocking in at $4 and 24.25 cents per drink. I'd say you'll be what?
Nothing.
You're like, how the hell do you do this when you're drunk? If I could have drank.
That's not what I was thinking.
If I could have drank in high school,
Go ahead.
I'd have been a straight A student. $3 and 24. No. 32.6 cents per ounce at 9%.
Doesn't matter.
We didn't have lost track of what I was supposed to do.
Next drink.
Oh. Well, I'll finish this one later after that one.
You're not done with that yet?
No, she gave me hers because it was languishing. Which is not, so that's only you have to, languish and langostino are different things. One is a crawdad-like sea creature, and the other is not having enough booze. No, one is a crawdad-like sea creature, and one is your booze sitting, not drinking, Something like that. So moving right along, I'm fairly excited, visibly, about this next drink, which was a whim. It was on a whim. I was there in the booze area of the booze store, and I thought, what would be better than buying booze here tonight?
Yes, the Lucky Tuck is a good one.
It is. What?
Dana, she made a Lucky Tuck. She said it was good.
It is. Did she use the fresh peppercorns?
I don't know.
Juniper berries? Did she grind her own, as they say?
Yeah. Don't suck the tuck.
Do not suck the tuck, baby. Lucky might disagree.
Well, I mean,
Oh, here it is. Yeah. So,
I
and on
wouldn't.
this part.
That's just
So-
me.
See, I don't know how we're supposed to do this.
Doesn't matter.
So whilst I was out gathering provisions, freeze-dried stroganoff and carabiners and whatnot, I was at the piton section, and I was thinking, which one of these is actually going to support? You figure I'm 200, I'm 2 something, and you figure at a rate, if you fall, right, it's a second per second, right? So you have to exponentially determine the weight, right? So I was thinking, so I'm looking at close to probably 700 pounds for a piton for resistance, and I thought, screw that, I'm gonna get some booze. So what I came upon was this right here, which is a packet, which is a pouch, if you will, of Negroni. Yes, some of you Boozeketeers know what I'm talking about right now. Right here. So I saw this and I thought, well, shit, I gotta try that. So this is a packet, it's an envelope, if you will, of Negroni. And it says right here, how to make a perfect Negroni. Serve chilled or with ice. That kind of seems like that's how the whole night is played. Serve chilled or with ice. But what I think I'm probably going to do is put some in some ice and then strain it into another glass, because with a Negroni, you're going to shake it up. But once again, it's in a pouch, okay? Do you get it? Are you understanding now? You know where you could be? 1,000 feet under the ground in Nevada. And you know what you could drink? Negroni.
We were there.
I know.
Oh.
We don't need a shaker. No, sir. No, because we're talking about survival right now. We're not talking about having your fancy china, right? We're talking about, what I mean is when you're falling, when you're free falling, right? And you're thinking, which rope did I buy? You know? I'm talking about that point where it's not going to matter, because you're going, oh, that's right. I have a pouch of Negroni in my kit bag. Yeah. So, we're going to give this a try. And what we're going to do is put some ice in a glass, which we don't have much of.
Do you have caves there in Sedona, Danny?
They have mine shafts, but they won't let you get in them. They tell you about them.
If you can show me where we can go in some caves,
As it were.
I'll be there
Sounds like a euphemism.
in 3 days.
We're going to be there in 3 days. Actually, we are. Ah! God, why? This thing just exploded all over me.
Yes? Okay. You send me a direct message. Tell me about these things.
Sorry, my Negroni exploded. Now, I will have to say, okay, so right off the bat, my experience with the envelope of Negroni, it said tear here, and I did. And it went all awry, and it dripped out. So,
What?
pardon me?
Just keep going.
Whoa. So here's the thing. If you have a sharp blade, don't tear. Cut. Cut, baby. Cut it. Just cut it, man. Just don't. It's okay, man. I've been drinking. Just cut it. So what we're gonna do now.
So everyone just send me messages about all the places where they know of caves to go into.
No, this is gonna be tough.
While this other stuff
Because,
is going on.
I'm not finger straining it, which is kind of nasty, but sometimes necessary. But we're talking. This is emergency rations, man. This is a matter of life and death. Whoa, Jesus. You get hookers in there. Sorry. Alrighty. So this is envelope of Negroni. stirred with ice, strained by finger, right into yonder glass. And Boozeketeer Turk, is he Boozeketeer Turk on here? No? Boozeketeer Aaron down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, baby. Negronis. Which I brought. Wow. That's good. Yeah.
What?
I'm serious.
What?
This is a good Negroni. This is. I threw this shit because I was all pissed off about something.
I'm legitimately surprised.
So am I. Wow. So this cost me. So this was $6, which is a little more than the Cutwater Spirits Mai-Tais. But I'd pay $6 for this. Dramedy.
How much is it at a bar?
A
Generally.
Negroni?
Yeah, like a generally
You're gonna
general.
pay $7-8 for a Negroni, easy.
On the low end
yeah.
or moderate end?
Well, so here's the deal. So Negroni, the classic Negroni is you're looking at gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth. Now the Campari is Campari, and where you go from there. But the quality of the gin and the quality of the sweet vermouth, if you're looking at like Sapphire and Noli Pratt, you're probably looking at like a $10-12 a drink. But this, who knows what the hell's in this? It says liqueur. It says made with gin, liqueur, and sweet vermouth.
Aaron says, and you may well get a crappy one.
You may, yeah, you may. Let me study.
Okay.
That is not the best Negroni I've ever had, but if you served this to me, I would not want to throw it in your face. This is as far as so here's so we need like a scale. Here's the thing: is that if I could have this in my motel room, yeah. Oh hell yeah! This is good. This is like if I went into say if there was a bar in like a Best Western, which there aren't, but we'll say Red Lion maybe or Ramada. And I went to the bar and I asked them, I said, make me a Negroni, and they made me this. I tipped the guy $2 because I'm a big spender. But that is, do you like Negronis?
I don't think I've ever had one.
Tastes like air wax. So a Negroni, yeah, is made.
It's Amy's first taste of a Negroni.
Campari, which is a very bitter orange liqueur. It's gin and sweet vermouth.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. But so the Negroni is one of those things that it has a long history with a few of us because this is the drink that for some reason when you feel like you've already had enough, then you start drinking Negronis. And after that, I'm not going to pay for what happens. Is generally what goes on. But I'm impressed. I thought this was going to be a crappy Negroni because how can you have a good Negroni in a plastic envelope? But it's good. It's good. I give it one sticky thumbs up for exploding all over my hands. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know who makes this thing. I always think about those of you in the if we have any Boozeketeers from the Celtic circuit. We had a very dear friend of ours who went by the name Uncle Scott, who was always plying us with booze. And he years ago gave me a plastic envelope of rum, which I still have somewhere, because he said, "Don't worry, you can sneak it through security," and he gave it to me. But I did not expect much out of a plastic envelope of Negroni, and I'm well impressed. This is a definitely serviceable Negroni.
I'll taste it. I know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite cocktail.
You know, a lot of people, it's one of those things that some people are saying, "Oh God, why would you drink that?"
It's not bad. It's definitely not something I would necessarily choose, but it's not bad.
So that's better than the last several times that I've tasted someone else's Negroni.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I said, it's rare that I'm like, wow, but I am impressed. a pre-made Negroni. I got it because, like I said, it was when I was checking out. They had Negronis, Manhattans, and Old Fashions, and I thought, how far can you go wrong with an Old Fashioned or a Manhattan? But a Negroni, that has a very specialized audience. The Negroni is one of those things that most people aren't going to drink, and those who do are going to be fairly discerning. And I'm impressed, especially right to the company. Dear Negroni Company, give me a shit ton of free stuff. Love Tiki King. Hey, who knows if you're honest?
Who knows if you're honest? No one knows,
Who knows
if you're
if I'm
honest.
honest? No one. That's right. Am I done? Did I drink all my booze? Nope. Yep. Yep. Well, apparently that's it. So should we recap? So as a recap, Cutwater Spirits Mai-Tai, 12%, and you're going to know where that 12% went. I would say if you were going to go on a thing, and you're going to drive there, and you're going to be out and about, you can't go wrong with that one. That one's it did the trick. And then I told you about that stuff. And then the big impressor of the show. The perfect cocktail made in Italy. There's not even like a company on here. No, not for human consumption. Well, there we go. All right, Boozeketeers. There you go.
We're usually in Utah, half the time.
Usually.
Cassandra
Cassandra?
says, I got booze, but I'm in Utah.
Ah, well, when we get back to Utah.
We got booze all the time in Utah.
Will she still have booze when we get back to Utah? Is that
She will if she
Cassandra?
comes to my house.
Rutherford?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so when we get back, we'll have to look you up because
All of the booze locations to purchase booze have been open in Utah this entire time. They have not ever closed down.
I know. I talked about that I think last time where I was like, how the hell is it easier to get booze in Utah than in California? When we came down we made a trip down here.
It was Nevada.
Nevada, was it? It doesn't matter either way. Because we actually came down here and all of the Total Wines were closed and only doing curbside pickup.
Right.
Yep.
Which I got the Cutwater Spirits here tonight. It was open at the Total Wine, which they are not a sponsor, and they're glad about that. But yes, so yeah, it was a weird thing when I said, how is it that I can get booze easier in Utah than in Nevada and California?
They don't have lines on a Monday morning right when the liquor store opens.
No.
Actually, maybe Monday morning, but not Tuesday morning.
No, when you're hungry for breakfast, they're your savior. I'll tell you. So there you go, Boozeketeers. We drank stuff. It was good. We drank other stuff. And that was good too.
Right.
Yeah. So remember, no matter where you go, who you are, or who you think loves you or doesn't, or where you've been over the past year, or the things you've done that you're proud of or ashamed of, the truth of the matter is, I'm probably drunk. And that. Good night. And good drinking. There's no booze in here.